Did you call bank? I called game.
What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here, and today we got some NBA 2K20 news for the first time this year. There's actually a lot to talk about today, and that's what I'm going to do in this video. Specifically in this video, I want to talk about graphic comparisons. I'm going to get the graphics from NBA 2K20 and compare them to NBA 2K19. Before this video starts, be an OG, join the Pack Nation, and subscribe. We are just 2 months away from the newest 2K, and we finally got some news, so let's talk about that. What I'm going to do is show you guys the teaser trailer first, and then I'll talk about the screen captures and graphics comparison right after that. Let's get that started with the trailer. I'll start with the first screen grab. On the left is 2K19, on the right is the 2K20 trailer, and we're starting with Kevin Durant, who's now a Brooklyn Net and not a Knick. It's fine. So, to be completely honest with you, throughout this entire video, I'm going to tell you right now, there's not a lot of changes. Like, there's very, very little changes, but I'll start with some of the obvious things. First of all, and I know this doesn't matter, but why does he not have armpit hair? Or does he and I just can't tell? Maybe that's just, it's a weird camera thing, but from what I'm looking at, there is no armpit hair. But who cares? That doesn't matter. A couple things is the arm. The left arm looks just slightly bigger. The skin tone on Kevin Durant also looks darker and a different shade. The jersey you see in the bottom right for NBA 2K20, there's like a little ripple on the actual jersey itself. When in 2K19, it's not doing that when he's shooting. I don't know which one I would consider more realistic. I mean, when you lift your shirt up or jersey when you're shooting, it's gonna stretch, not fold. So I mean, it's a little odd, but maybe it's untucked. Maybe that's like a new feature. I don't know, but don't see many differences here. You can say the beard's maybe like a little cleaner, and the hairline and like the hair is just slightly cleaner. Besides that, I see nothing else. For some reason, the crowd is very far away in NBA 2K20 while it's not in NBA 2K19. But besides that, there's nothing to talk about here. The tattoos are the same, hair, face scan, everything is exactly the same here compared from 19 to 20. The next screen grab right here is Dwayne Wade, who is the Legend Edition cover athlete. He actually does look a little different. Something I've noticed so far is the eyes, and I'll mention this with other screen grabs, but the eyes are actually a little different this year. They seem a little more realistic. You can kind of see how like in 19 they look like they're dead. It looks like it's like one of those fishes who are like hung up on a wall, like fake googly eyes. But on NBA 2K20, they do feel a lot more realistic for some reason. I don't know what it is exactly. Maybe it's the lighting of the eye. Not sure what else I can really say about the eyes, but they do look a little more realistic. The eyebrows look better on Dwayne Wade. They look like plastic on NBA 2K19, but they look real on NBA 2K20. Another thing is the beard. Looks a lot more scraggly, not perfect, which is more like how Dwayne Wade has it in real life, not in 2K. Besides that, again, this is almost identical, so not many major changes. I do think the ears are different for Dwayne Wade. You can see there's like a big change ear-wise. On 2K19, you can see it's like kind of poorly designed, while it's pretty accurate there in 2K20. Very clean-cut ears. Sure, ears are fixed in NBA 2K20, confirmed. Now the next one is I think the one that has the most changes. Here we are with NBA champion Kawhi Leonard. So no, the jersey, the tattoos, all that is the same, but his face scan is accurate, I believe. They did change it a little bit. His beard is a little cleaner. The eyebrows, they're kind of small. I don't know if he actually has them that small, but they look a little weird in NBA 2K20. But the eyes are again the important part to me. The eyes are better. See, I swear in NBA 2K19 the eyes are very googly eyed and like they're dead. They don't feel real because they don't go anywhere. It looks like they have a death stare at all times. In NBA 2K20, he's looking right at his defender. That's actually really important to me. That he's looking right at Kyle Anderson, right in his eyes.
Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
And that's how basketball is. You don't just randomly stare into nothingness. You're looking at things, and I think that's something that they actually fixed in this game so far. Again, I talked about the beard. It looks a lot more realistic. It looks like they kind of changed his face scan a little bit, and the shoulders look a little more defined. Now that just could be the angle. I'm not sure about that, but for the most part, it looks a little better. It looks like it's been fixed for the most part. Nice little addition. but kind of weak again. This has been a weak graphic comparison so far, not a lot of changes. But let's look at the final one, and that is LeBron James. Now LeBron James just got his face scan upgraded recently, so of course we shouldn't expect anything new, but there was a LeBron James in the trailer, so I thought about talking about it, and again, here we are with nothing. Maybe the beard's a little more cleaned up in 2K20. The eyes again are looking at something. They're looking away, not straight. I like that. That's like the only thing I've noticed from this so far is the eyes. And maybe the ears have been a little cleaned up. That's it. Besides that, there has been nothing big when it comes to graphics at all. That's a pretty big problem. You would think there'd be more to talk about, but for some reason they didn't do much changes, and I think that's a problem. One last thing I want to talk about is something that was shown in the trailer for NBA 2K20, or at least a teaser trailer, is Aja Wilson in the WNBA for the Las Vegas Aces. Now, the Las Vegas Aces are a WNBA team, and Aja Wilson is one of the best players on that team. We already know that Aja Wilson was going to be in this game because she got her body scan and face scan earlier in the year. So we knew this was happening for sure, but now we know for a fact, at least it's looking like to be basically a fact, that every single WNBA team is going to be added for NBA 2K20. This is actually a major addition. NBA Live had already done this before, but NBA 2K wanted to make sure that they jump on this and do the same thing. Now this is actually a lot more important than we're realizing. The first thing is that we're adding basically so many more players into the game. We're expanding the audience to women as well to play NBA 2K. And the biggest thing I think that this realizes is that now maybe we should be able to make women in my career. So like that people can make a woman player and play in the WNBA, and then maybe even play in Park. I don't see why women and men can play Park at the same time. You would just make women have like really good stats just like men in the WNBA. Do the same thing for the WNBA. Let them dunk, let them shoot crazy threes, things like that. There isn't a lot of women I think that play 2K. I think it's about 5%, but still that's enough to, I think, add for NBA 2K20. And I like that they're doing this. They're expanding, they're adding something. This is one of the more newer things or more important things they've added so far, and hopefully they're going to add a lot more things. It's making me think that maybe they're trying to be creative and add more things, which is good. Another thing I'm noticing is that I've been saying so far that I don't like how there hasn't been this big increase in graphics so far for this 2K, but that might be a blessing in disguise. If they're not trying to focus on graphics or anything, maybe, and we're hoping they are, they focus more than anything on gameplay this year, because this is the first time in a long time that I have not seen a big graphical jump. Every year there's like a pretty big significant jump. This year it's very small so far, so that means hopefully they've been focusing on graphics and letting Razor the modder, who now works for 2K, focus entirely on face scans. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. That's what it's looking like so far, and hopefully we're going to have a major increase in gameplay this year. And I'm glad that they added the WNBA into 2K. Now those are all the graphic comparisons I have for you today. So here's what I think about that. It's a shame that it doesn't look very different. I know that it's early, I understand that. You can tell they made these before any trade deadlines happen, so I mean I guess it's still early and it's still in development, but knowing 2K, it's not going to change much. The body types are still the same, which is something I hope they changed and made it more accurate. Face scans are fine, like the face scans don't look bad, it's just they're not any improved for the most part. They fixed the little things, the eyeballs are fixed, and I'm happy with that. That's actually a pretty big improvement in my opinion, or at least an important one. But I wish they got players that we know are pretty poorly designed face scan wise and upgraded them and showed us that, which I'm sure they'll do later on. Another thing to mention, which most of you probably already know about, is that the cover athlete for NBA 2K20 is Anthony Davis. Now this is someone I predicted that could have been the cover athlete. I didn't expect him to be the actual cover athlete. I thought it was going to be Kawhi. I'm surprised it wasn't Kawhi. Do I think Kawhi deserved it more? Honestly, yeah. But Anthony Davis is good too. Now, the reason I thought Anthony Davis could have been is because he's going to play for the Lakers. He's raw, one of the best players ever, who has not been the primary cover athlete for 2K ever. He was a 2K cover athlete for NBA 2K16, I believe, but he shared it with Curry and James Harden. But now he's the official by himself cover athlete for the first time in his career. It's funny because they made him cover his jersey because they don't know what team he was going to play on. And now that we know he's going to be on the Lakers, now the deluxe edition is going to be Lakers colors. So I guess they fixed that there. But it's kind of lame. Personally, I would have preferred them actually have him with his jersey on. It kind of makes the cover look cheap, but that's just my opinion. But whatever. On the cover, it says next. We don't know what that's going to mean. that's probably going to be connected to my career and what it's going to be about, but we shall see more about that later. But that's it for this video, you guys. What do you guys think about the graphics? Do you think it improved or didn't? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like my channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.
Did you call bank?